you for coming on and sharing your story on your guitars. But you're here to tell us about Think Loud for Parkinson's. It's a very important project, and there's a special new one that's come out now. Stars have got together to support the charity Cure Parkinson's, and there's an album of brand new music. There's brand new songs. There's previously unheard of songs as well. And there's some incredible artists involved in this: Pete Townshend and Roger Taylor and Andy Fairweather Lowe, Hugh Cornwell, so many more as well to name. There is a huge, huge list. So tell us a little bit about this project and how you became involved with it.
Well, my involvement is very much based on the guy who's put it all together, which was my long-term friend and big country manager, Ian Grant. Now, Ian Grant's been a friend even sort of preceding Big Country days, because also used to bump into him in gigs and stuff like that. And we really sort of became sort of a little bit sort of close when I was performing at the Right to Work March. It was the march that came down from Jarrow to London, and I was playing with Pete Townshend, and I met Ian Grant back there. He was with the members, and they were performing that day, and we kind of kept in touch, really, and not until I think that the original lineup of Big Country was sort of kicked off a tour, an Alice Cooper tour, and a record company guy called Chris Briggs was quite interested in Stuart and Bruce and what they were doing, but he wasn't going to have anything to do with it until they sort of got a decent rhythm section. And it just so happened that myself and Mark were a decent rhythm section, and Ian Grant gave me a ring and said, would you like to come down to the studio and come and work out with these guys and see what happens? And what happened was I left there being a member of a band. Towards the end of Big Country's reign, but then again, I saw his demeanor and then his health start to dissipate, and not being very knowledgeable about such like diseases and scenarios like that. Kind of from afar, just tried to be as supportive as I could. And then when we discovered it was Parkinson's that he actually had. I just went into sort of friend overdrive and just said, anything I can do, because we live, quite far apart from each other. Mm-hmm. So my support for him with Parkinson's is just purely on a sort of, not even a professional basis now. It's a friendship basis. But when he started coming up with his the concepts of putting something to put Parkinson's on the map, it's not unlike my experience of Ian to sort of really get involved and dedicate himself to this. And it started off with the Think Loud single. Yeah. I mean, the fact that they came up with this name for people to get involved with, Kindred Spirits, I mean, I thought that was a wonderful title for a bunch of musicians to get involved with. And then the Think Loud single was released. I actually didn't play on the single, because I was happy for other people or Ian to get other people involved. But I did a little skit for the video that accompanied it. So that's sort of a physical involvement. But I knew that after the single went out that he wouldn't be satisfied with that. So the inevitable phone call came and said, I'm going to do an album. Okay, so I didn't see that coming, Ian, really.
And as you said, Kindred Spirit, Think Loud for Parkinson's. All the profits from the album, as you said, are going to go to fund vital curative research into Parkinson's. And it is the fastest growing degenerative neurological condition in the world and affects over 8 million people around the world. So if you've got the chance to listen, download, whatever it is, then do check out the album. It is full of wonderful, wonderful people, as I said before, like Sir Roger Taylor and Hugh Cornwell, John Cooper Clarke, Ralph McTell, John Isley from Dire Straits is on there, Hank Marvin, I think, Paul Carrack, the Waterboys, Tony Hadley. Honestly, the names go on and on and on. Marcella Detroit, and Tony himself as well. So definitely do please check it out if you can.
Check it out because it's worth it. Because even if it's just for entertainment purposes, that's good, because that's what records are all about. But if you need help, or if anybody has got Parkinson's and needs help and advice, Cure for Parkinson's is there for that reason, and this is why we're supporting them.